Chosen one. You did not find this word found you. Heaven scheduled this moment with your name on it. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural shift, a divine wealth transfer, a breakthrough that will not only touch your finances, but realign your whole life. Anointed One, God is saying, this is your appointed time, not by chance, not by luck, but by design. What has been held back is now being released. The seed you have sown in tears is about to return, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Prepare your spirit, lean in, something holy is about to unfold. Chosen one, before anything shifts around you, it begins within you. Heaven is not just watching your life, heaven is moving around your life. Right now, in this very moment, something is being rearranged in the invisible. This is why your spirit has not been able to rest the way it used to. This is why the same routines no longer satisfy you. It is not random. It is not you overthinking. It is God calling you into position. Anointed One. There is a reason this word found you in this exact window of time. The coming days are crucial because they are a bridge between who you have been and who you are about to become. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural shift, a divine transfer of opportunity, wisdom, resources, and influence. Some of it will touch your finances, some of it will touch your family, but all of it will touch your identity. You have been praying for change, but heaven has been preparing you for responsibility. There is a difference. Anyone can want breakthrough, but not everyone is ready to steward it. These coming days are about alignment, not anxiety. They are not meant to scare you. They are meant to sober you, awaken you, and invite you into partnership with what God is already setting in motion. I know what it feels like to stand where you stand. There were seasons in my own life when everything looked normal on the outside, but inside I felt that holy disruption. I would go to work, smile, talk to people, but my spirit felt like it was pacing. I did not realize it at the time, but heaven was tightening my focus, closing old doors, and quietly pulling me out of rooms that could not hold my future. Chosen one, that same invisible hand is on you now. You may have noticed strange patterns lately. Invitations you once longed for no longer excite you. Conversations that used to entertain you now drain you. Certain environments feel heavier than they used to, almost like the air itself shifted. Pay attention. These are not just mood swings, these are spiritual indicators. Heaven is editing your surroundings so you can hear more clearly and move more precisely. In a season like this, distraction is more dangerous than attack. The enemy does not always need to destroy you if he can keep you busy, diluted, and scattered. But God is simplifying your focus. He is pulling your attention away from what is shallow and pointing you toward what is sacred. This is why some connections are fading. This is why some plans are being interrupted. You are being protected from what looked good, but was never God. Chosen one. I need you to understand this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for what heaven is unfolding. The delay you felt was not punishment, it was training. It was strengthening your discernment so that when the divine door opens, you recognize it and you step through it without shaking. The breakthrough that is coming is not fragile. It is built on everything you survived. There is a recalibration taking place in your mindset. In these days, you will notice God confronting old beliefs about lack, unworthiness, and fear. This is crucial because you cannot carry a wealth transfer in a poverty mentality. You cannot carry a new mantle with an old identity. You cannot step into supernatural promotion while secretly believing you are still disqualified. Heaven is not just rearranging your circumstances. Heaven is rewriting how you see yourself. If you pay attention, you will feel a pull toward preparation, a nudge to organize what you've ignored, to clear what you've been postponing, to handle the unfinished things you thought didn't matter. Do not brush that off. When God is getting ready to trust you with more, He often asks you to be faithful with what is already in your hand. Clean the little corners, answer the old emails, finish the small assignments you've been avoiding. It is not about perfection, it is about posture. Anointed One. The coming days are an invitation to step into a new level of obedience. Not loud, performative obedience, but quiet, consistent obedience when no one is watching. Waking up a bit earlier to pray, turning off the noise to be still, saying no to old temptations, saying yes to small, uncomfortable steps forward. These little decisions are not insignificant. They are aligning your path with what heaven is releasing. There is a scripture that says, "The steps of a good person are ordered." Notice it doesn't say the leaps, the jumps, or the grand moments. It says the steps, the unseen ones, the simple ones. The steps you are making in these crucial days will shape who you are when the visible doors open. This is why God is talking to you now, before the announcement, before the promotion, before the transfer hits your life. Chosen One, hear this in your spirit. You are being prepared to carry what you once only prayed for. The coming days matter because they are shaping your capacity. Take them seriously, but do not be afraid. You are not walking into uncertainty. You are walking into alignment. And if you stay sensitive, if you stay surrendered, you will recognize the exact moment when preparation turns into manifestation. Chosen One. There is another reason these days are so crucial. Heaven is not only arranging what will come to you, heaven is also arranging who will be impacted through you. You are not just the receiver of this move, you are a carrier of it. When God begins to shift timelines, He looks for someone who will not only say yes with their mouth, but yes with their lifestyle. That is why He is speaking to you so directly in this hour. Anointed One, think about how your life has felt lately. The tension, the stretching, the quiet moments where you felt like you were being pulled in two directions. Part of you wanted to stay comfortable, and another part of you knew you could not. That inner tug of war is a sign that the old season is expiring. I remember a time when I stood in that same place. On paper, everything looked stable. The job was secure. The routine was familiar. But my spirit felt suffocated. I would sit in meetings and feel an ache inside, as if something inside me was whispering, "You're called to more than this." I tried to silence it. I told myself I was being ungrateful. I tried to drown it out with busyness, but it would not go away. That whisper grew louder, turning into a holy pressure until I finally admitted to God, "I know you're asking for more of me, but I'm afraid." And in that honest moment, something shifted. Not outside, but inside. My perspective started to change. I began to see that what I called security was actually limitation. What I called stability was actually a cage. Chosen One. Some of what you call stability is actually holding your promise hostage. This is why the coming days matter. God is going to highlight what can go with you and what cannot. Old spending habits that cannot carry the weight of new wealth. Old emotional reactions that cannot survive in new rooms. Old ways of shrinking back when you should be speaking up. This is not condemnation, it is invitation. Heaven is pruning you so that divine promotion does not destroy you. There is a financial element to this shift, but it is not just about money. It is about stewardship, flow, and trust. The same God who multiplies loaves and fishes is teaching you that multiplication begins with surrender. Maybe you have watched others step into abundance and wondered, when will it be my turn? What if I told you your turn is being formed in how you handle the little you have now? The way you honor small resources, the way you give when it is inconvenient, the way you manage what is in your hands, is quietly prophesying to the level of provision God can safely send next. I remember when I had just enough to cover what I needed and nothing more. There was no cushion, no comfort zone. God began nudging me to be more intentional, to track where my money was going, to stop spending from pain and start spending from purpose. At first it felt frustrating, almost too practical for a spiritual person. But as I obeyed, something surprising happened. My mindset shifted from "I never have enough" to "God trusts me with what I have." That mindset opened doors I did not knock on. Opportunities began to find me. Not because I chased money, but because I aligned with purpose. Anointed One, heaven is preparing you for that level of alignment. Your financial story is not meant to be a cycle of survival. It is meant to be a testimony of supernatural order and overflow. Not overflow for ego, but overflow for assignment. There are ideas inside you that require funding. There are people you are meant to help, places you are meant to sow, into moves you are meant to make. The crucial days ahead will train you to think like a steward, not a slave to your circumstances. Do not be surprised if God starts putting his finger on practical things. Maybe he tells you to pay off a small debt you've been ignoring. Maybe he prompts you to stop wasting time in certain spaces. Maybe he nudges you to start that side project, write that proposal, learn that skill. These may not look spiritual, but they are deeply spiritual because they are responses to his voice. The blessing you are praying for is wrapped inside the obedience you keep postponing. Chosen one. The days ahead are also crucial for your relationships. A divine shift always exposes who is truly for you and who is only for your old version. Do not be alarmed if some connections begin to loosen. When destiny accelerates, misalignment becomes obvious. People who only understood you in your brokenness may not recognize you in your healing. Those who were comfortable with your limitation may feel threatened by your expansion. Love them, bless them, but do not shrink to keep them comfortable. Instead, pay attention to the people God quietly highlights. The ones who speak life when you doubt. The ones who call out your gifts instead of exploiting your wounds. The ones who push you toward God instead of away from him. These are destiny relationships. They may not be loud, they may not be many, but they are divine instruments in this transition. Anointed one, let this settle in your spirit. The coming days are not random. They are a classroom, a boot camp, a refining fire. Heaven is not rushing you, but heaven is inviting you. Every small yes you give God in this window is shaping the size of what you will carry in the next one. And if you stay awake, if you stay willing, you will look back and say, those days were crucial, because that is when everything quietly began to change. Chosen one. Let's talk about why the enemy has been fighting you so hard lately. It is not because you are weak, it is because you are close. Pressure always intensifies near the point of breakthrough. Think about it. The darkest part of the night is right before the first light starts to bleed through the horizon. You have been feeling that darkness pressing in, but what you may not have realized is that it is a sign that dawn is approaching. Anointed one, some of the warfare around you has not been random. It has been strategic. Financial hits that came out of nowhere, unexpected expenses, misunderstandings in your relationships, emotional waves that felt heavier than usual. These were not just bad days, They were attempts to distract you from this crucial window, to make you numb right when God is trying to make you sensitive. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still leaning in, says a lot about what is inside you. I remember walking through a season like that where it felt like every time I took one step forward, something tried to shove me 2 steps back. Prayers seemed to bounce off the ceiling. Nothing looked like it was moving, but everything felt like it was shaking. I did not know then what I see clearly. Now heaven was rearranging things behind the scenes, and the shaking was not to break me, it was to break what could not go with me. Chosen one. The coming days are crucial because certain things are about to be decided in the spirit concerning your life. Alignments, assignments, access. There are doors with your name on them that have been locked for years, and heaven is reaching for the key. There are resources that have been held up, promotions that have been delayed, answers that seemed stuck. Not because God forgot you, but because the timing was being calibrated. Now that timing is converging. This is why your posture matters so much right now. This is not the time to drift. This is not the time to move on autopilot. This is the time to be intentional, to wake up and say, I am not living today casually. My decisions today are seeds in the soil of my next season. Even the smallest choices matter: what you meditate on, how you respond to offense, whether you lean into fear or lean into trust. Anointed. One Heaven is asking you a quiet but serious question in this hour. Can I trust you with more? Not just more money, more visibility, or more influence, but more weight, more responsibility, more souls attached to your obedience. When God entrusts you with a supernatural transfer, whether financial or spiritual, He is not just blessing you, He is assigning you. Think of someone you know who wasted a blessing because their character was not ready for it. Maybe they received a financial increase and spiraled into impulsive spending. Maybe they stepped into a new role and pride took over. Maybe they gained attention and lost themselves in the process. God is making sure that will not be your story. That is why your inner life is under construction. In practical terms, this might look like Him confronting the little compromises you used to ignore. The conversations you know drain your spirit, the entertainment that numbs your discernment, the scrolling that steals your focus. None of these things seem huge on their own, but they are atmosphere shapers. And in crucial days, atmosphere is everything. Chosen one. If you knew that in the next few weeks or months a door would open that changes your entire trajectory, how would you prepare? How would you pray? How would you treat your time, your body, your relationships? The truth is, you are closer to that kind of door than you realize. The coming days are not a vague warning. They are a loving heads up. Get aligned. Stay awake. Do not miss this. I want you to hear this with your spirit. There is a version of you that already exists in the mind of God, standing inside the fullness of this next season. That version of you is clearer, freer, more disciplined, more generous, more anchored in peace. Heaven is not trying to force you into that version overnight. Heaven is inviting you to grow into it step by step, choice by choice, day by day, in this crucial window. Anointed one, let this be your quiet resolve. I will not sleepwalk through these days. I will not treat this like any other time. I will lean in. I will listen. I will respond. Because as you do, something begins to shift. You start to notice divine nudges you used to overlook. You recognize conversations that are confirmations. You sense when to move and when to wait. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, you begin to realize you are not just surviving these crucial days. You are being shaped by them. You are being carved into the kind of person who can carry what you have been praying for. And when that supernatural release meets that prepared vessel, nothing and no one will be able to say it was an accident. It will be clear this was God and you were ready. Chosen one. There is something else you need to understand about this crucial window. Heaven is not only preparing a breakthrough for you, heaven is preparing a new normal for you. The days ahead are not just about one big miracle moment that you celebrate and then return to the way things were. They are about God quietly rewriting what ordinary looks like in your life and in your household. For a long time, ordinary for you has meant stretching every resource, worrying about the end of the month, carrying silent pressure in your chest and pretending you are okay so you do not worry anyone else. It has meant being the strong one, even when you feel exhausted, being the encourager, even when you are the one who needs encouragement. Heaven has seen that, and heaven has called enough. Anointed one. The supernatural transfer that is forming around you is not just a cash infusion or a promotion. It is a change of atmosphere, a change of spiritual climate. When God entrusts you with fresh provision, He is also entrusting you with fresh responsibility over the environment you carry. Your house is supposed to feel different. Your presence is supposed to feel different. When you walk into a room, there should be a quiet sense of something just shifted. I remember a time when I had almost nothing, but the Lord started dealing with me like I was already responsible for more. It did not make sense. I was counting coins, but He was talking to me about generosity, stewardship, and legacy. He nudged me to clean my space, as if I were preparing for guests, to organize my schedule, as if opportunities were on the way, to manage small amounts of money, as if they were large sums. At first it felt strange, even a bit delusional. But looking back, I see what He was doing. He was training my spirit to live in the future He had planned while still being faithful in the present. I could see. Chosen one, that same training is happening for you right now. This is why you might feel God tugging on your daily habits. Maybe He is asking you to be more intentional with how you handle small money, to stop calling yourself broke, to refuse to speak curses over your own life, like nothing ever works out for me. Maybe He is asking you to start writing down ideas that come to you, business concepts, creative projects, small strategies. That is not just motivation, that is prophetic preparation. The wealth transfer and promotion you are sensing is not random. It is connected to purpose, to responsibility, to people. There are lives attached to your obedience. There are assignments waiting on the other side of your yes. When God says, stay ready, He is not trying to stress you. He is trying to save you from being overwhelmed by blessings you were never conditioned to carry. Anointed one. Sometimes preparation looks very spiritual, deep worship, tears, encounters in prayer. Sometimes it looks very practical, fixing your sleep schedule, finishing what you start, learning how to budget, cleaning up unfinished tasks that drain your focus. Both are holy, both are prophetic, both are part of saying to God, I am making room for what you want to place in my hands. Think of a person who unexpectedly receives large wealth with no internal preparation. It often destroys more than it fixes. Not because money is evil, but because the heart was not ready. God loves you too much to throw you into that. He is shaping your perspective right now so that when finances increase, you do not worship the money. You worship the one who provided it. You see provision as a tool, not a trophy. A means to bless, build, and heal, not just an escape from pressure. There is a reason you have always felt different about money and success. Deep down, you never wanted to just get rich and disappear. You have always felt a pull to help, to build, to create opportunities, to bless others in quiet ways. That pull is not just personality, it is part of your calling. It is why heaven is watching your posture so closely in this season. To whom much is given, much is required, and you are stepping into a much season. Chosen one. I want you to imagine for a moment what it would look like if you fully agreed with what heaven is saying about you. If you woke up and said, I am a trusted vessel. I'm in training for overflow. I'm being prepared to carry more than enough, not just for me, but for others. Just that shift in identity changes how you respond to everything. Delay does not feel like rejection anymore. It feels like refining. Warfare does not feel like punishment. It feels like confirmation that you are carrying something worth fighting. In these crucial days, your agreement matters. Not just with your mouth, but with your actions. Every time you choose to forgive instead of staying bitter, you are proving you can handle promotion without becoming hard. Every time you honor God with little, you are proving you can be trusted with much. Every time you silence fear and move forward anyway, you are saying, yes, Lord, I am ready to live like someone you can pour through. Anointed one. Heaven is not guessing about you. Heaven is sure. The real question is, will you agree with what heaven already knows? Because the moment your agreement matches God's intention, you will feel something shift for real. Peace will begin to sit where panic used to live. Clarity will begin to replace confusion. And even before the full manifestation arrives, you will know deep inside the transfer has already started. Chosen one. When I say the transfer has already started, I do not just mean money moving on a spreadsheet or a sudden opportunity appearing in your inbox. I mean, there has been a quiet shift in the spirit realm, a rerouting of favor, a redirection of resources, a reassignment of what once bypassed you. Things that used to skip you are now being drawn to you. Spaces that once rejected you are being reconfigured for your arrival. Sometimes the first sign of this shift is not more comfort, but more conflict. Anointed one. I need you to recognize this. Many of the strange tensions you have felt lately are not proof that you are off track. They are proof that you are closer than you have ever been. When heaven moves your file to the top of the stack, hell notices. Warfare increases not because you are weak, but because you are about to walk into something that changes more than just your mood. It changes outcomes. It changes patterns. It changes history in your bloodline. I remember a season where everything in my life felt like it broke at the same time. Appliances, relationships, plans, even my own confidence. On the surface, it looked like a collapse. But inside, I could sense something different. A strange peace underneath the chaos. A gentle whisper saying, I am clearing the clutter to make room. At the time, it did not feel like deliverance. It felt like loss. Only later did I realize those were the final tremors before a door opened that changed everything for me and everyone connected to me. Chosen one, do not misinterpret your shaking. You may have noticed people reacting strangely to you, pulling back, misunderstanding you, or even resenting you without any clear reason. Often when God begins to increase your spiritual weight, people who are still attached to old versions of you feel threatened, exposed, or uncomfortable. It is not always because they are evil. Sometimes your growth simply shines light on their stagnation. Your hunger for more from God confronts their comfort with less. This is where the coming days are crucial. You cannot afford to shrink just to keep people comfortable with who you used to be. The anointing on your life is not negotiable. The assignment on your name was written before their opinions ever formed. There is a difference between walking in love and walking in compromise. Love invites people higher. Compromise drags you lower, just so no one feels left out. Anointed One, as the supernatural transfer intensifies, heaven is going to ask you to make some decisions that feel costly in the moment, but are priceless in the long term. You may be led to quietly step back from conversations that always spiral into gossip, small thinking, or spiritual numbness. You may feel prompted to log off certain places that constantly stir comparison and insecurity. You may sense that God is asking you to protect your mornings or evenings, to sit with Him, to plan, to listen, to write, to reset. That discipline is not punishment. It is alignment. It is what people who carry mantles do. Think of it this way: if someone told you that in 30 days a major responsibility and a major blessing were going to land in your lap, how would you prepare? You would not spend your days scrolling aimlessly, staying in drama, procrastinating on basic tasks, dragging your feet through each day like nothing is happening. You would start adjusting. You would start cleaning up loose ends. You would start treating your time like it is sacred. Heaven is telling you that now. Chosen One. I know you have heard "be ready" so many times it almost feels like a cliche. But this is different. This ready is not fear-based. It is honor-based. It is you saying, "God, I respect what you are sending so much I refuse to meet it casually." It is you choosing to handle this season like someone who truly believes something holy is on the way. You may start to feel a pull toward learning new skills, reading about stewardship, asking better questions, listening more and reacting less. That is not random. That is the Spirit of God stretching your capacity so that what flows to you does not drown you, but flows through you. There will be days in the coming season where you feel a strange mix of excitement and sorrow. Excitement because you can sense the new beginning. Sorrow because parts of the old chapter are closing. People, patterns, and places that once felt like home will not fit anymore. When that happens, do not cling to what God is gently trying to lift from your hands. Tears do not mean you are disobedient. They simply mean you are human. Bring those tears into His presence and tell Him, "I trust you more than I trust my comfort." Anointed One. Your yes in this crucial window is not a soft yes. It is a firm, steady quiet. Yes that shows up in how you move every day, in how you forgive, in how you show up, in how you speak about your future, in how you handle what you have now. You are not just preparing for more. You are becoming the kind of person who can remain when more arrives. And as you lean into that process, you will begin to notice something subtle but powerful. The fear of missing out will fade, and a new fear will rise, a holy one. Not fear of failure, but a reverent fear of wasting what God is pouring out. That fear will not paralyze you. It will focus you. It will narrow your yes to what truly matters. Chosen One. The coming days are crucial not because God is fragile, but because your future is precious. How you move now is shaping the way your next season will greet you. Chosen One. As this window of divine timing opens, I need you to understand something very clearly. God is not only preparing a blessing for you, He is preparing you for the blessing. Supernatural promotion without inner preparation is not a gift, it is a weight. Heaven loves you too much to send increase you are not yet ready to carry. Anointed One. This is why the coming days feel so intense. Heaven is not just saying "stay ready" as a slogan. Heaven is inviting you into a different way of living, thinking, and handling everything that has been entrusted to you. For some of you, the transfer will involve finances. For others, it will involve influence doors of visibility or opportunities you never imagined would have your name on them. For many, it will be all of the above in different measures. But whatever form it takes, the question heaven keeps asking is the same: can I trust you with what I'm about to release, chosen one? I have seen this in my own life. There were times where I was praying for more, asking God for increase, and yet quietly mismanaging what I already had. I called it not enough. But if I was honest, it was often not stewarded. There were small instructions I kept ignoring, small leaks. I kept tolerating small habits I refused to confront. And the Lord whispered to my heart one day, "If you will not honor the little, why should I multiply it?" That word broke me and healed me at the same time. The coming days are crucial because God is touching those small places in your life, the ones you think do not matter. The way you speak about your money, the way you handle your time, the way you treat your body, the way you respond to conviction, the way you talk about other people when they are not in the room. All of these are indicators of readiness. Anointed one, hear me. God is not looking for perfection. He is looking for agreement. Agreement looks like this: when God highlights a pattern that is draining you, you do not argue with him. You admit it. You bring it into the light. You say, "Lord, I see it. Help me change it." You may not flip the switch overnight, but your heart leans in his direction instead of defending what is clearly destroying you. This is especially important in the area of finances and opportunity. If there is a divine wealth transfer in motion, that means resources, ideas, and open doors are being redirected into the hands of those who will use them for kingdom purpose, not just ego comfort. If in your heart money still equals identity, worth, or revenge, then more money will not heal you, it will amplify the wound. But if money is simply a tool in the hands of a surrendered son or daughter, then increase becomes worship. It becomes assignment. Chosen one, I want you to start talking to God very honestly in this season about how you see money, success, and recognition. Tell him where you feel fear. Tell him where you feel unworthy. Tell him where you feel resentful about what others have. These are not shameful confessions. They are healing conversations. The enemy would love for you to hide those thoughts and pretend you are stronger than you feel. Heaven would rather you bring them to the surface so they can be replaced with truth. In these crucial days, you may notice God asking you to do things that seem almost too simple for how big the promise feels. Maybe he prompts you to organize your space, to clear a debt, to track your spending, to finish a certification, to update a resume, to start a small side project, to have a hard but honest conversation, or to finally forgive someone who owes you money or an apology. These are not distractions. These are alignments. Obedience in the practical becomes a landing strip for the supernatural. Anointed one, when God told Noah to build the ark, it was wood nails and daily work. When Jesus multiplied fish and bread, someone still had to organize the crowd, carry the baskets, and walk from group to group. When God is about to move in unusual power, he will often ask you to move in unusual consistency. So if you feel like heaven keeps nudging you to get your house in order to simplify, to plan, to prepare, pay attention, that is not religion. That is readiness. Chosen one, I also sense this strongly for you. Do not despise the small doors in this season. The invitation may not look like the full vision you saw in your spirit, but it may be the first step toward it. A small project, a smaller platform, a quiet opportunity to serve a humble role behind the scenes. Treat it like rehearsal for where God is taking you. People who are truly called do not wait for a big stage to start walking in excellence. They steward the corner of the room they have. In the coming days, watch your heart when no one is clapping. Watch your attitude when no one notices the extra effort. Watch your faithfulness when there is no quick reward. Heaven is taking note. Heaven is measuring not just your desire for breakthrough, but your capacity to carry it. Anointed one, if you will embrace this refining, if you will let God mentor you in private, He will trust you with things in public that others only dream about. And this is where it becomes very real, the way you walk through these next few weeks and months, even in the unseen, is shaping the testimony you will tell when the transfer fully manifests. Chosen one, the testimony you will carry on the other side of this will not just be God blessed me. It will be God rebuilt me from the inside out so that I could host what He wanted to pour through me. That is why the pressure feels personal. Heaven is not just changing your season. Heaven is changing you in the middle of it. In crucial windows like this, one of the enemy's favorite strategies is distraction. Not always through obvious sin, but through noise, busyness, emotional drama, and pointless arguments. Anointed one, guard your focus. Not every invitation deserves a response. Not every comment deserves your energy. Not every battle is yours to fight. In a time-sensitive season, you must become ruthless about what you give your attention to. I have watched people stand on the edge of a major breakthrough only to get pulled into a conflict, a petty offense, or a cycle with someone who has no desire to grow. By the time the moment passed, they were exhausted, bitter, and spiritually dull. Not because God changed His mind, but because their focus was stolen. Do not let that be your story. Choose your battles in this season with wisdom. Ask yourself, does this fight move me closer to what God is birthing, or does it drain the very strength I need to carry it? Chosen. One, there will also be a relational sorting in this time. When God begins to elevate you, two things show up quickly: real support and hidden resentment. Some people will quietly cheer for you, pray for you, and make room for your growth. Others will feel threatened, competitive, or distant. Do not spend your strength trying to convince hearts that refuse to celebrate what God is doing. Love everyone, honor everyone. But don't tie your pace to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Heaven is not asking you to cut people off in anger. Heaven is inviting you to walk with those who fan your faith, not your fear. You need at least a few voices around you who can say, yes, this is God. Stay the course. Don't shrink. Don't go back. Even if you only have one or two people like that, that is enough. And if you have no one like that right now, then in this season, your first assignment is to become that voice for yourself and let the Holy Spirit be your closest companion. Anointed one, as the transfer draws closer, you will also notice your language being purified. Pay attention to what comes out of your mouth. In heaven's economy, words are not cheap. They are keys, seeds, and doors. When you constantly say, nothing ever works for me, I am always broke, people always leave, you are rehearsing a reality that God is trying to break off of you. Heaven is training you to speak from promise, not from pain. That does not mean you deny your feelings or pretend everything is fine. It means you learn to be honest and anchored. You can say, this is hard, but God is still moving. I feel stretched, but I know I am being prepared. I don't see all the answers yet, but I know provision is coming. This kind of language does something powerful. It tells your own soul which world you belong to, the world of fear or the world of faith. Chosen one, in this crucial window, generosity will also become a prophetic act. Not just generosity with money, but with time, encouragement, and honor. When you sow into others while you yourself are still waiting, you are making a bold statement. I believe I am not running out. I believe more is coming. Generosity breaks the spirit of scarcity. It breaks the lie that says, if someone else rises, I must fall. I have seen over and over that people who can celebrate and bless others in their moment of breakthrough are the same people who are ready to handle their own. Envy and entitlement clog the pipeline of blessing, but gratitude and generosity keep it flowing. So bless the ones who get there before you. Your time is not being erased, it is being refined. Anointed one. The coming days are not just about bracing for impact, they are about aligning with identity. You are not merely someone hoping God will remember you. You are a carrier of a mantle, a person heaven has trusted to stand in the gap for your bloodline, your community, your future. You are not here to beg for scraps. You are here to steward inheritance. So begin to live like an heir, not a spiritual orphan. Take ownership of your atmosphere. Take ownership of your habits. Take ownership of your responses. Begin to walk through your days asking, how would someone who knows they are chosen, trusted and backed by heaven handle this moment? Then act from that place, even if your feelings have not caught up yet. Chosen one. Everything is converging, the timing, the tests, the tiny instructions, the internal stretching. None of it is random. All of it is rehearsal for a reality that is closer than you think. And in the next part, we are going to step even deeper into what this transfer will feel like as it begins to manifest, and how to stand steady when the acceleration finally hits. Chosen one. As you carry this word into your everyday life, remember this divine transformation is not built only in intense encounters or emotional moments. It is built in the quiet, consistent choices you make when no one is watching. The coming days are very crucial for you because heaven is watching how you steward what you have already heard. Anointed one this season is where your faith must become rhythm, not just reaction. Begin each day by blessing your own house with your words. Speak life over your family, even if nothing seems different yet. Say, peace lives here. Purpose lives here. Provision finds us here. You're not just commenting on your reality, you're prophesying into it and partnering with heaven. Make space for the presence not only when emergencies arise, but as a daily pattern. Maybe that looks like a few extra minutes of stillness in the morning or turning off the noise and letting your spirit breathe. Those small decisions are not small in heaven. They are proof that you are aligning your lifestyle with what God is releasing over you. Chosen one. Take initiative in healing even when it feels unfair. Be the first to forgive. Be the first to apologize. Be the first to say, let's pray about this. That does not make you weak. It proves you understand the weight of your assignment. You're not just trying to keep peace. You're building a legacy of peace that your children will inherit. Pay attention to the little things, the way you respond to your children, the tone you use with a spouse or parent, the patience you show a stranger. These are the quiet bricks your future is being built with. Heaven is not only measuring what you receive, but how you carry it. Anointed one, some habits cannot cross into what is coming. There are patterns, distractions, and cycles that cling to an older version of you. Ask the Holy Spirit, what do I need to release so I can walk lighter into this next season? Then be willing to let it go, even if it feels familiar. You were not created for constant chaos. You were created for ordered peace and a rested heart. Keep record of what God is doing. Write down the small shifts, the confirmations, the unexpected encouragements. This will anchor you when the enemy whispers that nothing is changing. Your own testimony will silence that lie. Chosen one, this is not a season to isolate. Surround yourself with people who speak faith, who remind you of what God said when you are tired, who call out the anointing in you when you start to forget. and be that voice for others too. You are not just being lifted, you are being positioned to lift. As you walk forward, walk with expectation and responsibility. Blessing carries weight. Divine promotion is not about shining alone. It is about becoming a channel where resources, wisdom, and healing can flow through you. The coming days are crucial because they are shaping the story you will soon testify about. Heaven has already said yes. Now, your daily choices will agree with that yes. Chosen one. As we come to the close of this moment, I need you to hear this in your spirit. You are not waiting for something to start. The supernatural transfer has already begun. Heaven's clock has struck Kairos. You are standing in your appointed time. Anointed one. What God has been shaping in the secret places is now moving into manifestation. The coming days are very crucial for you because they are not random days, they are prophetic days. Every step you take in obedience, every yes you whisper, is aligning you with what has already been released over your life and your household. I bless you now to walk in clarity, in holy boldness, and in unwavering faith. May your home be a sanctuary of peace, your mind a resting place for divine strategy, and your hands carriers of provision and healing. May you sense the nearness of God in the smallest details and recognize the doors He is opening just for you. Chosen one, stay ready, stay aligned, stay grateful for what is about to unfold. Look ahead with expectation, not fear. Your obedience today is writing the testimony you will tell tomorrow. If this word has resonated with your spirit, you can mark your agreement by commenting, sharing, or subscribing as a simple act of faith and alignment. Until we meet again, remain faithful, remain watchful, and remember you are walking inside your Kairos moment.